and you can't trust them, Mama.
What?
You can't trust them.
Hey everybody, I'm Iyoko.
I'm India.
We are Her Words, Her Thoughts. What's up?
Hola. What it do?
Is that what's going on? I said, what's up? You say hola.
Yeah, let's test your Spanish.
Okay, girl, what's up?
Hi, y'all.
We hope that the week's been going well. How's your week been going?
Pretty good. My week, I feel like the weekend just passed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know
It did. Today on Tuesday.
My weekend was cool. I kind of been going to this little club situation
Mm-hmm.
out here, and well, my second time going, and it really feels like a real club, but it's not. I guess they like made it a club because of COVID or whatever, and it's downtown. I don't know if some of y'all have been to it. It's called Candy something, Candyland or Candy Girls. It's like a strip club. They got sections, a bar, all that, like a club, but I guess it's underground, so it's kind of illegal, but it don't feel like it. I don't know.
What makes it illegal?
Because you're not supposed to have gatherings right now indoors with all those people.
Are people wearing masks?
Absolutely not. They don't even make you walk in with a mask.
Seriously?
You know how some, like even in Atlanta, we had to walk in with a mask. They don't even make you do that at all.
And they sent me, like, today I was coming to your house and I was on the phone and my call randomly dropped.
Oh, that Amber Alert noise. I saw that.
It was an emergency alert.
Yeah.
Talking about COVID.
Saying that cases are increasing or whatever.
And wear your mask. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, you have, like,
Girl.
underground clubs and railroads that's, like, letting people in without no...
They had a whole host and everything. Fivio Foreign from New York, he hosted it.
Is he a rapper?
Yeah.
Oh.
He was there on the flyer and all that. He was there. So it's like a real club. Strippers, they had the hookah man in there. You know, I was comfortable.
I know you was loving it. It's like hookah man over here. Like, you know, like...
Right.
Yeah,
no
man.
sure.
You probably tipped him.
I did.
You love hookah.
It was $120 and he got $140.
Mm-hmm.
I was happy.
You see this face? No. She want to
Yeah,
hookah.
you don't even have to ask.
It don't take much to please her. Just a little bit of smoke. That's going to make you choke if you her neighbor.
And a little tequila. Yeah, so that was fun. We did that. And then we went to a birthday together on Friday in Long Beach. It's cold these days. We was outside with jackets on, freezing our asses off.
That's how that guy know we love him. He know who he is. We love him so much because it was freezing. Like
it was so cold.
Oh my god.
So cold. But yeah, the weekend's been good.
Yeah.
Right? What about you?
I don't know. I feel like my weeks and my weekends have been like mixed emotions. Finding the joy in life, but then like understanding that life is short. Yeah. Like a mix between the two. Yeah. So. Yeah,
you have like other stuff going on, like close friends and family and stuff. Yeah, for sure.
But for the most part, I feel like I try to find, you know, like some type of balance. But
yeah, all we can do.
For sure. We hope you guys are doing the same. It's challenging at times. Don't let it take you down.
Definitely.
And if you guys have any suggestions, please, we welcome all comments, questions, suggestions on topics.
Definitely.
Send it in the DM, send it via email.
Yeah.
Under a picture on our page. Please, we welcome it all.
On Instagram, herwords_her thoughts.
Woo, woo.
And if you're following us on Instagram and not subscribed, change that. And subscribe.
And subscribe.
Yes.
Subscribe.
Please and thank
Stop
you.
Stop playing those games. Especially if you're watching it or catching up, binge watching like on one day. Like, just subscribe. That's it. And we're not going to send you like spam mail or nothing like that. We're not going to call you from like a 1-800
It's just
number.
YouTube. Yeah, so let's get into it. These topics.
What's the topics? Let me know.
Listen, we got a few things to talk about, but let's start with, okay, so has this ever happened to you? We'll just start like that. Have you ever had, let's say, a friend, or maybe not even a close friend, but someone that you know enough, like an associate, or maybe living together as roommates, or went to school together, or even a close friend, start talking to or dating a guy that you talk to? like at the same time.
Have that ever happened to me?
Mm-hmm.
Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
Not to my knowledge. I cannot say that I've had a friend that talked to someone who I was dating. If I did, more than likely, I would cut them off.
I think you would definitely cut them off. I don't know about this more than likely that you're talking about. I think it would be like...
For sure, because I'll cut people off for less.
What else worse can you do? I mean, can a person try to excuse or explain that away?
Mm-hmm.
What can they say?
They could say, Miyoko, you my friend. I was living with you, but when we was having that girl talk and we was talking about such and such, you made it seem like you wasn't interested in him. You made it sound like it was only about sex, or it started off about that and you wasn't interested no more. So I just thought, like, what the heck? It wasn't nobody that you would marry. You ain't got no kid with him, so why not? I think that, like, a person who is guilty or just that type of person, I feel like somewhere in their mind they can try to justify it.
They'll find a way to make it. That's not gonna work though, because I mean, first of all, it would have been a secretive situation. It's not like she is dating him and she brings him to your birthday party. No, because if you're still talking to him, he out of line for sure. So it's gonna be a secret. It's not gonna be open. So if you're hiding it, then obviously you're hiding it for a reason. You out of line. And I don't care what I said. I'm talking to him, so you should not be.
So what if you doing that? You talking to the guy, and then the friend who talked to him first and then talking to him finds out that this is what you've been doing, and then I find out that this is not the first guy that you've done this to me for.
Okay.
So, like, if I find out and I don't know, you start thinking, like, how would she know, right? And it comes back to one person for whatever the reason. It cannot be that one person. It could be somebody else. Okay. That's all you know. Can you find yourself being mad at that person for telling on you, or for, like, the idea of telling on you? Like, could you be mad at them?
Wait, maybe I'm confused. You mean like another one of our mutual friends told, let's use names, like told you that I was talking to your dude. And a mutual friend is like, well, she was talking to, I'm going to use any name, Larry, too, last year. You mean something like that?
You being the shady one, could you be mad at her for that?
For telling on you?
And then let's not even say she told, because the whole thing is that this person really didn't tell. Maybe they really didn't say nothing, but however it got out, but you know that this person might have known it.
So you're assuming she must have said something.
But even still, what you assuming or actually knowing that they really did, is it really right to be mad at them for what you?
That person, to me, don't have a right to be mad at nobody. As foul as you already are, it's like however it gets back to the person, you kind of just got to take that however it comes, because you're more out of line than any of the three friends. Because if you never did it, she wouldn't have had nothing to tell. Right,
and she friends with the both of y'all, so she torn between the two.
Exactly.
And at the end of the day, I'm still a woman. So I would
and I don't want her being in the blind.
And you not really our friend.
Right. So if I was that middle person, me personally, before I told the girl, I would have told the foul girl. Like, I'm not finna just let you do this if she don't know. Like, she needs to know. So you gonna tell her, or I'm gonna tell her, or something. I don't know. I'm just speaking from the top of my mind. I've never been through this before. But I can't see myself keeping her secret when she's wrong and we're all friends. I would feel shady too. And then for the friend that's the secret is being kept from, she has the right to be mad at that mutual friend too if she never did tell her and she finds out that she knew too. Like, so why you didn't tell me, or you was just letting her, like, I don't know. I would, the middle friend, she wouldn't be wrong for telling. It's like, don't put me in your business if you have shady shit that you want me to keep. Like, if you're that shady, then keep it that much of a secret, because I'm going to tell. Because I'm just thinking about if it was like me and you. If it's me and you and somebody being shady towards you, a third person in our friend group, I'm not finna keep the secret. No. No. So she want to be mad at me. She gonna have to just be mad at me because, shouldn't be doing it. And then I wouldn't have nothing to tell.
No secrets.
Yeah, but no, that's definitely like a cutoff reason, like a reason to be cut off. It's not like, I don't care what you try to say to excuse it. Like, yeah, but you seem like, or but you talk to so many guys, or like whatever. Like, yes, that many guys in the world. Leave mine alone. Like, no, it's not okay. It's not okay.
Well, it's not that many, but it's a few. You ain't gotta double back to mine.
Sure. That's like how it's shady to like start talking to one of your ex's homeboys. Like, some people would say that that's not shady though. Some people would say like,
I think it's shady. I think
so
it's
too.
shady. It's for sure shady. And I feel like you have to be a certain level of grimy as a woman, or just hurt. I feel like some women probably...
You said hurt?
Hurt.
Uh-huh.
I think that some women do things
like
based out of emotion.
Uh-huh.
Like, so emotionally invested to where it drives their next move. Not so much like they thinking rational and all that type of thing, all that type of stuff about it. But it's just like, I'm so hurt, I'm so torn, that you're about to feel an inch of what, I mean, I probably can't make you feel what I feel, but I'm gonna try to. And I feel like the get back at a dude that just overly just crushed your soul to where you like questioning yourself as an individual, I feel like that the revenge is like to talk to his friend. Oh yeah, okay, you did that. Oh, and I'm like torn. If I talk to your friend, if nothing else gets to you, that's gonna get to you. I believe that that's why I think that that's why a lot of women go that route, is because I'm trying to make you feel something that you made me feel, and I don't know nothing else that'll get you there but that.
I get the revenge. I get that, but I don't want to ever revenge in a way that I'm compromising myself though.
Right.
Like, I feel like that would mess up my name and my reputation. I feel like the biggest revenge is to really not fuck with them. You can just do that, but like really not fuck with them.
And just keep doing you.
Not sometimes answer and sometimes come over when you want to, so you feel like I'm only answering and coming through when I want to. No, it needs to feel like you dead. I'd rather just do that, because then it's gonna mess up my name. I care about that more than anything. And then I feel like that, what you're saying about like the get back and it's gonna feel good to the woman to get back, that's so momentarily, I would think.
Yeah, I'm not
like
even
afterwards you're gonna feel like shit.
Yeah, I'm not even saying that they gonna do it and feel great after. But I think that ultimately when they make that decision to do it, they coming from a place of like emotion and hurt. So that's what they feel like the solution is. But then after they do it, I mean, I'm sure some are regretful, but it's some that don't really care.
Oh, for sure.
You know, some that just really be like, oh, well.
And then I feel like that also puts you in the...
Listen to too many Lil' Kim lyrics. And reading too
it
many
puts you in the same, like whatever he did to you that was grimy and so fucked up, now you the same kind of person. Because you did some shit that was so grimy and fucked up too.
Yep, you stooped to his
level. Now y'all both just fucked each other over. Now what? Like what? Okay, he hurt, you hurt, and now you got his homie's body on you. Fuck that. I'm not. I can't do it. Nope.
Yeah, I don't think I can either. I haven't done it yet, so I'm confidently say that that ain't for me either.
No,
but I do feel that some people come from a different space, and that's why because there's some girls out there that just do it because that's just what they do. Like, okay, like that's just what it is.
What, a thought? What you mean? They just don't care about like loyalty and all that shit that much.
They just like for what make them feel good.
Like we don't go together no more, so it's not like I cheat on him. Like we don't go together. So
I'm gonna get rich or fuck trying. You know what I'm saying? Trying. It's one of those. Like that's just who they are. It's their character. You know what I mean? But then I do believe that sometimes things happen in people's life to where it not questions, but it kind of like it does something to you to where you don't really think from your right state of mind. You know, like that that logic and that rationale is not there, and you do something from a place that, or from an emotion that you've never felt before. For a current day, you might not ever do that again, but in that moment, you did it because of of an emotion. I think that sometimes, like, you know, you be watching shows like that, like Snapped. You know, it'd be people who could have been like calm. They never showed no type of sign of like reaching that limit, and then something happens and they reach that limit.
I also think for me, I'm not into sex like that to where like it's not like the example you're giving. She having sex with the dude for get back. I'm not having sex with nobody if it ain't like so much more to it. Like, not even saying that I have to be in love, but I gotta get something out of it if I'm not in love.
You gotta be like,
attracted and know that it's about to be more than just this one night. I'm not okay with just fucking like that. So not only am I not gonna fuck your friend, I'm not gonna just fuck anybody.
Some people might have sex with them more than one time.
Then that's more than what y'all building. When did the build start?
No, but it's kind of like
still together.
It's kind of like one of them things. Like, I'm strategic. I'm a woman, and if I'm
he's not gonna respect you to give you more.
He's not. But this ain't. I'm not doing it for respect at this point. I'm just doing it to get back at this dude. So it's one thing to hear like, oh, we hooked up one night on a late night, but it's another to be like they hooked up twice. Like, even
I ain't just hooking
even
up.
If guys,
I'm hooking up for an end result. I'm not just going to be just hooking up.
Even if a guy does not openly express himself, that type of stuff will break a man down.
If he give a fuck about you, yeah. If he love you, if you feel like you're a loss, then yeah, it will.
So I guess it pays to know your worth.
He would want to know about you fucking nobody else, period. So it being his friend would be like, only type of, a lot of times they don't care if they friend fuck you. That's when you're just like somebody they're fucking. If they care about you, then yeah, they're gonna give a fuck.
I guess so. Like, really, that moves don't really. It really,
because we have like friends that have shared girls and they still laugh and have drinks together, and they never fell out over it.
Yeah, that's so true. It's so true. That's I'm like,
maybe they wasn't in love.
I guess like as a woman, before you make that move, you would have to know what your role is in this man's life. Like, if he values you or not.
Yeah.
If he value
don't do it for nothing, and they all be laughing at you.
If he value you, then I guess you could take that risk. I wouldn't, but you could take it if that's where it drove you to. But if he does not, then yeah, because ultimately it's like you still gonna be hurt, and then they gonna be like laughing.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I still wouldn't suggest it. I would suggest you just cutting them off.
Yeah, I don't suggest it either. I think that the best revenge is to leave it alone and just don't talk too much about it.
What did Beyonce say?
Your paper and moving on with your life. Like, don't tell them like when people like, oh, you gonna miss me when I'm gone. All that
just
type of stuff, I feel like it's just a waste of oxygen. Just show them better than you can tell them. I believe that wholeheartedly. I promise, and I practice it. It works.
Yes, definitely.
It works.
Well said. Before we go any further, I definitely want to send my condolences. I'm sure you do too, to King Von, his family, his loved ones, his fans. I wouldn't call myself
community, the people that he
definitely. I wouldn't call myself a fan per se because I was just learning about him. I know his album just came out like I think 2 days before he got killed, and I had it on my phone. It came out Friday, I believe. I just hadn't listened yet, but I definitely been hearing his name more. Kind of like when Pop Smoke got killed, I feel like he was about to really, really blow. But I was a fan of Pop Smoke before he got killed. But he definitely, it reminds me of that. Like, he wasn't as young. I think he was 26. No, I know for a fact he was 26. And Pop Smoke, I think, was like 20 or something. Yeah. But he was still young and just starting. And now I've heard more of his music since, and he can rap his ass off. I think he was really about to be something, and it's just so sad. So I send my condolences, and I've seen a lot of bullshit after, since the whole situation happened, like on social media and stuff. It's crazy.
Unbelievable. I'm not too familiar, but I do send my condolences. I'm saddened when any life is taken. If it's not of natural causes, if it's like ended too soon for me, then I'm saddened by it, because it's like it's always so much more that a person can do, and it's really heartbreaking when you see like potential and they was living up to the potential. Like they wasn't just wasting it.
Yeah, definitely.
And I would say like this was like crazy, and then like the commentary and the things that were said afterwards, it was like,
and the way that these days it seems like it's always video or pictures. That part is so eerie. Like normally I don't like to see like the George. It's totally different, but the George Floyd video, I still have not seen it to this day. I cannot bring myself to watch that. I've seen the screenshot of him on the ground with the officers on his neck and body, but I can't go any further than that. The King Von video was shorter, and I don't know how I was able to watch it, but I watched it like 4 times. I'm still a little confused as to exactly what happened, but I did see they was fighting, and King Von was winning, and the dude pulled his gun out and shot him. And I thought, my first response was he didn't have security. Right. And somebody said his security they ran. So it's just like, I don't know.
That's a topic right there, and that's a long. It's a lot to be discussed in that we probably couldn't cover in this one show. But yeah.
And then did you see T.I.'s comments? What you think about
I don't know, because initially I felt, well, I'm not gonna say I don't know, I do know. Just based off of what I've seen, what I know, the information that's been provided, I feel like it was unnecessary. I feel like it was.
Agreed.
He should have remained silent. Because it came off, I would say, insensitive to me, because he said so much with a meaning that was so little. Like,
right.
It was like, you know, Atlanta is a place of Black excellence, you know, don't bring that here, X, Y, and Z. But the reality of it is that they bring it here. He ain't the first artist that died in Atlanta. Like, I say, like a year or two ago, it was a guy, I don't remember his name, he was a young guy, I think Cliff or something, but he used to be with like basketball players, like friends with, I think, Kevin Durant and all that type of stuff. He got killed.
He used to go with Erica Mena. I know who you're talking
outside
about.
the club. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's something that's happening frequently there. So when you say that this is the place of this is where Black people flourish and Black entrepreneurship and young and all. Okay, the part that you didn't say, what I feel like you're implying is that, like, yeah, we all of that, but if you bring that bullshit, we will handle. Like, I felt like he was saying, like, don't get it fucked up. Like, we would all of that, we this,
right? But
we'll take it there immediately. And he did not say that. That did not come out of his mouth. But he did not say it. So it left me to conclude that, because you didn't address that part. Because my whole thing is, what was you bringing Black excellence for?
Right.
And this was a guy who came from a community. He came up out the mud. He a poor area in Louisiana, wherever, and was giving money to his community and helping everybody. Chicago. Like, what does Black excellence in Atlanta have to do with that?
Yeah, it sounds very like holier than thou, and I just think the time, even if you want to send a message, because if the blanket statement is, let's do better and be better and let's stop killing each other. I can't disagree with that.
Right.
But at this time, days after, I'm thinking about whatever I do post, if I gotta post something, because he always seems to have something to say about somebody else's business. Think about his mama is gonna read it and what she feel like hearing right now, or his sister. They don't want to hear that right now. The man is dead and gone. So to me,
he wasn't even a man. He was like still a boy. That's like your little brother.
And based off what you rap about and who you claim to be, you should be able to relate to this more than a fucking. I could see somebody else saying this that's just
somebody who had that same kind of
background.
You can relate a little bit more. Like, you have to. In a lot of cases, we live to learn, and unfortunately, a lot of people are living. Are they learning? But they not living before they learning. You know what I mean? Like, they're dying before they can learn the lesson. So it really is unfortunate. That's what I'm like. I don't know. I wouldn't have said nothing for the simple fact that y'all in like 2 different age brackets.
Right.
You like closer to 40, if not 40. So you done been there, done that. But you was able you came up in a time where you was able to endure some things, be in some situations, you make it out alive. Now,
and that's your mindset now. That was not your mindset at 26 years old.
And don't act like these dudes is faced with the same scenarios that you had, but they not given the same options. Like now, people pulling out guns. You seen a guy, they was fighting. He was getting beat, socked, and all that, and then the guy like act like he was like a shell, but he really. So it led me to believe like that was all planted. That was all like for show. Like, you know, maybe he was really whooping him, maybe he really wasn't, but the intention was always to end his life.
Yeah, for sure. Know? And to say take your beef where you come from, that's just so that's cool. Foul.
So it's okay if he died in Chicago versus Atlanta.
He's defending his city, I guess.
He shouldn't be dying over here.
Right. If you want to make a point.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, so that was like I don't know, it just sent me.
And then Waka Flocka basically went on to say what I think. Like,
what did he say?
I don't know how to put this. Hey, look, never talk down on people when you once was the person that you talking down on. I don't give what the scenario is. Ever. And I'm talking about guys that come from the streets. Not ones that say they did. Bro, I don't care how far I get in life, bro. I would never look down on anybody in the streets or anything they ever do in the streets because I understand the laws and lifestyle that come with it. And when you understand a lot of things you're not supposed to talk about. You're not. I'm just saying. And some people call it ain't growth, it ain't this. You know what they signed up for.
Like I said, to be, then you know how it goes. And it's not no if, ands, or wheres when it comes to street shit. Like, whether we agree with it or not, this is how it goes. So
when Waka says that, is he taking, I mean, maybe he's not taking a side, but when he says that, is he taking the side of the camp that, or the people that ended this man's life, or is he taking the side of the guy that lost his wife? Like when he says that, like
I know what you mean.
You can't really feel nothing, or you can't have an opinion, or don't speak the opinion because this is
the if, ands, and wheres when it comes to beef. That's not exactly what he said. That's kind of like my words, but he said you can't judge people when you used to do the same shit or your mindset was the same before. Like you can't act like they so wrong when you've been there. Like you should be able to understand and not be so judgmental when you come from the same type of upbringing or whatever. So he basically was talking to T.I. directly without saying his name as far as speaking up on it in a judgmental way. I don't think he's really disputing the fact that, you know, we killing each other and it's not cool. Because there's a way to say that and a time to say that. I don't think the time is 2 days after he died on a social media post about people that you don't even know. Because all you know, I'm guessing, is what we know. And we still don't even really know. I heard it's about NBA YoungBoy and they girlfriends, and then I heard that it have nothing to do with that. So it's like, do we really even know what's going on to even speak on it like that? I think that was kind of like Waka Flocka's thing. And then 50 Cent came in and said something like, you know, he's always joking.
But he
definitely basically saying like you shouldn't have even spoke on that and just stop talking. Because they got multiple deaths behind this beef, and it's deeper than. And he said something like you can lose your life,
because that's why he feel like. That's why he said he'll never make up with Irv Gotti or Ja Rule, because he lost some people along that with
it's
that.
Deeper than
yeah. So he probably is one to be able to speak on something. If somebody do speak, it will have to be with somebody. But then I think that T.I. maybe he felt like he was in a position to speak, because I remember some years ago, one of his friends was killed on his tour bus.
Oh,
Like they shot up the tour bus, and his friend lost his life. But I will say this: like at this point, if you in that lifestyle, I'm not here to pass that judgment. But if you do have security, you might want to get security that match your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Because I get it. I can't even fault can you fault the security for running?
You may think they matching it to some shit really go down.
That, or if I'm just being your security because I'm a big guy, I could just be big and I'm brown and black, but that don't mean that I'm gonna take a bullet for you.
then you shouldn't be security.
But then also, it's like everybody not paying a security top dollar either.
Security don't get paid a lot. Well, the security's rates are not. It's not really expensive.
If you at a club and you monitor the door, but if you a security for a celebrity,
no, like a private security. No, they don't get paid a lot. They get paid like if you securing me for the club for the night, you gonna make like $300. And I'm talking about like
that's whack.
A main rapper, like a high profile millionaire rapper, a security guard for the night, which is a matter of hours, is gonna get paid like $200 or $300. They don't be making a whole bunch of money.
Well, that's retarded, and that's dumb. I feel like
that's the market. That's the rate.
Though I think that's dumb. The logic behind that does not make sense. If I'm a celebrity and I make a certain amount of money, if I make any type of money, my whole thing is like, if I'm a millionaire, if I'm a thousandaire, and I feel the need to have a security, that means at some point I feel like my life is at risk. So I will want to pay somebody what they think they worth or what I feel like they worth, and for me they should be worth something.
Because I think that sounds good, and maybe that's what we feel in our hearts. But when it comes to like, okay, so you got your security bill and you got a whole bunch of other bills, right? If the going rate for a security guard for every other rapper is $300, I'm gonna pay you $1,000 because I feel like that's what you deserve. No, I'm gonna pay you what everybody else be paying you, like whatever it costs to have a security guard, and it don't cost a lot like that.
It don't cost a lot because that's not what people paying. But just because that's not what people paying don't mean my life is cost more than $1,000. And I'm only speaking like if I make a cool amount of money, yeah, I'm gonna pay you $1,000. I will want to feel secure. I'm gonna probably be on some other type of shit like interview my people. But you will want to pay them something more than $300, $400, $500 because if a person feel like I got something to live for, or I know that if I die, this gonna go to my family and they gonna be cool when I die, that's cool. That's gonna work versus like, cause at the end of the day, it's my life too. So if I'm paying him less, I'm paying him $300, but I know that when shit start going off, they gonna fucking run. I
don't think paying them $1,000 is gonna make them not run.
Maybe not paying them $1,000.
It's not in your heart. It's not in your heart.
But some other stuff,
or whatever you pay him, whatever.
I know.
Whoever is willing to run, he was gonna run, whether he was just as rich as you or not. It's in your heart. That person should not have been a security guard. It's like a whole bunch of people that's police should not be police. It ain't about your salary. It's about, and that's not something that I would expect you to be built for. It's kind of like irregular thing to do for a person.
Sometimes you don't know until you in that situation. But what I'm saying is like I feel like the baby, he was in a situation, right, where I feel like, I don't know if he bust his, whatever he did with his guns, but I think ultimately his securities took the rap, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But my whole thing is like, that's why I said I wouldn't just base it off money. Like if it was me, I would more than likely interview these people.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I could tell off the people's character what's going to happen when things go on.
That I agree with. Vet the person, and don't just be having anybody because they got a gun and they look a certain way thinking that they're going to save your life or protect your life. For sure. But as far as like what you pay them, no, that's not going to guarantee that person having your back for real, because I think that it may look a certain way and feel a certain way when you walk out the club. Don't nobody try to rob you, but let somebody try to rob you or pull a gun out. That's the real test to see, are you really safe or not? I don't know if you really even know until something happens. I don't know. It's tricky.
But I feel like even like when you brought up the police and you said like the police, and it's like ultimately you feel like they be afraid.
Yes.
Right? And that's why they do what they do.
No, we're not. It's not that simple and blankety. But
yeah,
I get where you're going.
So with that, I would agree. But I also believe that they do what they do not just so much because they're afraid, but because also they're protected. Right? Like they protect it. So I could be afraid. I could not be afraid. Even if I'm not afraid. Let's just say I'm not afraid. But I'm just like, shit, fuck your life. And I just want to do it. I'm still protected where nothing's going to happen to me. And then I feel like security guards, I don't know, it takes me back to this one WTF where it was two guys that were killed in a club. Like just a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I heard through somebody that lives out there in Texas where it happened that the security don't get paid as much. Like what you did, the same thing you just said. Get paid like $300-$400, right? to patrol a club, to be security at the club. And with that, it's easy for a man to, if I'm only getting paid $300 or $400, somebody easily will match that. Like, I'll give you $400 to let me in. So that quick, I get $800, right? Mm-hmm. And so that's why I said, if you increase the price, like, so if I'm being spontaneous and I say I pay you $3,000. I'm just being out there, right? Like, let's just say I pay you $3,000 for 3 weeks to patrol me wherever I go, whatever the scenario. If somebody try to come and slip, it might be less likely because they're not going to be able to match what I'm already making.
Right.
You know, like
at the door, I agree. A security guard at the front of the club, yes. I think that paying him more, maybe not, because even $3,000 may sound like a lot, but it's a lot of people that got 4 and 5 to give them if they really want to get their gun in. But it's going to decrease the chances. I agree with that. But as far as a personal security guard, no. I think that no matter what you pay them, it's about their heart and what they'll do in that moment and like who they are.
It sounds like y'all, if you want to be protected when you walking out or anything, it sounds like you might need to go with an off-duty police officer. That's what it sounds like to me.
That's definitely more secure.
You can't just go with people who you know from your area that most people in your area was intimidated by because he's 7 feet, 200 pounds.
And with this, we're not talking about King Von specifically because I don't want to do what T.I. is doing and try to judge how he handled his life. This is just the rappers in general. Yeah. Let's lighten it up.
So, like, for like the last few days, yesterday specifically, I got up in the morning. I normally take showers in the morning. Got up in the morning, turned my heater on, got in the shower, left. Came back home at about 9 p.m. and was washing my hands, doing something. And I heard a noise coming. I was like, what is that? Then I realized it was the heater. I had left the heater on all day.
Oh my God. You know, because you walked in, it wasn't hot as hell?
Because it wasn't. Because it turns on and turns off.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't. But the whole thing is, if I didn't have to turn it on, I wouldn't have had to worry about turning it off.
Yeah. We're not used to this in LA,
like
having heaters on and
degrees in the morning.
It's been cold, girl. It's Tim weather.
Tim's. So you gonna date a guy with some Tim's or what?
Timberland boots.
He gonna wear some ones or he gotta wear some Tim's?
Girl, the fact that it's ones or Tim's, ones are really popping right now, right?
Yeah.
I still haven't latched
or
on
Air
to that,
Forces. You can do some Air Forces. They thick.
Not thick.
Or Tim's. Or is Tim just for New York dudes? Can an LA dude get a girl, get whatever with some Tim's on, or is that just?
I feel like LA Tim's are so tricky because there's different ones, right? Like different soles. I feel like when you get to like wearing different colored ones and all that, you start risking. Like, don't do too much. Keep it simple with what's the brown one, whatever that color is.
Like nunchuck or something.
That's what it's called. That color, maybe black. Don't start getting fancy with the olives and the burgundies.
What? I love olive.
Okay, you're a girl. I'm not talking about.
Oh my God, I used to have a navy pair when I was in high school.
She's talking about for her own little baby cute feet. I'm talking about for a man out here.
So if a man had on a pair of navy Timbs with some nice blue jeans, a nice Montclair jacket with a beanie,
can't work.
Girl.
I guess it could work, but you just gotta pick the right ones. Navy I can see because that's more closer to like black. That's dark, and I never seen no navy ones. I don't think that sounds kind of fly.
They was cool in high school.
That sounds fly. I'm talking about these colors that I've been seeing. It's been, I don't know. I feel like they be shaped certain ways. Like certain ones, if you tie them too tight or if you tie them wrong, if they're dirty, if they look worn, it's just so much to them. I feel like it's easy to make them look fucked up.
Do you think they're giving us the bootleg version because we in LA?
Oh, they don't be shipping those out here?
Yeah, like the ones.
It's too much internet going on for that to be an excuse. You got to know which ones to buy and make sure you get them. I don't know if you got to go online or go to the right store.
Because when
there's a lot of wrong ones out here.
When I had my navy and I had like this brown color, but it wasn't brown. It was like a stained coffee color brown. My mom had got those from me when she went out of town.
Mm-hmm.
They wasn't from here.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes when I look at the ones out here, I be looking like they look funny. Like
Mm-hmm.
I can envision them.
Mm-hmm.
So then I wonder, like, are they giving us some?
It could be that.
Are they giving us the Timbs that's defective?
I don't know enough about Tim's to know. It could be that, or it could be people not knowing which ones to buy. I don't know. We gotta ask OT because he be wearing Tim's and his be looking right.
He wearing the right
He
ones.
wearing the right ones.
He wearing the right ones.
But some people, and he laced them right. Some people don't.
Because when my mom was going out of town and brought me some, he would know. He had them too. So he doing it right. But everybody ain't. Everybody ain't able.
I just feel like as long as you don't lace them wrong and you buy the right sole and the right color, you'll be all right.
I'm gonna talk to a guy with some Tim's on, hands down.
But then see with the Timbs, then they start wanting to wear a vest.
What's wrong with
beanie,
the vest?
A beanie,
Like the
a vest, the Timbs. It ain't that goddamn cold. I mean, it's cold, but goddamn.
Yes, it is.
So you gonna be suited in boots.
We was out there freezing on Friday. I had on
it was
whole
cold.
long
It was
jacket,
cold.
and you was like, "Ooh, girl, you." And I was still cold. I said, I felt like I needed a scarf.
I know, and I wanted some gloves. So no, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, it is cold.
So they wear like a thermal with like a puffy.
A thermal,
vest,
okay.
With
a thermal and a vest.
Cause the vest is only right here. It's not the freaking
thermal, a vest,
sleeves,
and a
bro.
beanie.
Yeah, like a Burberry beanie.
Yeah,
something.
that's how they be doing it on the East Coast. So yeah,
that's cool.
If you know how to do it,
that's what I think.
You gotta know how to do it.
Yeah, you can't just be throwing on jeans and a button-up shirt with some Timbs on. Like, nah, you gotta have some style and grace to it. It ain't just no, I'm throwing on the Timbs and that's just what it is. No, like you gotta look like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I agree.
I see you. What they be saying, like, son.
Not for me though. I'm not about to try to work it, but for a guy or some girls like Tiana Taylor and them kind of girls that know how to do it, I like it. I like it on other people. Definitely.
Okay, so with the Timbs, like, do you think that men who wear Timbs or men that do not wear Timbs, like, who do you think cheat the most? Like, who do you think?
Do they correlate?
Who's most likely to cheat? You think like girls got this thing, like how some men have a fetish for feet, like some women have a fetish for Timbs, where you're like, ooh, wow, ooh, you know, like.
Man, I don't know if I could correlate the two. If I had to, I mean. The ones that's wearing the Timbs and wearing them wrong, you probably safe with them. But the ones that's doing it right with the chains and the everything, the Amiri jeans to match the Timbs or whatever.
The Moncler vest or the Moncler jacket.
Yeah, who you want to look
Burberry vest.
Who you trying to look so fly for? So you may not be safe with him. I don't know, but I don't know. This whole cheating thing is very. It's a broad and intricate place to judge. I don't know. So much goes into it. Like the thing we were talking about earlier, with all the different ways to know if somebody is cheating, and people like to talk about it and make it seem so black and white. It's like,
yeah, I don't think it's black and white. Sometimes I feel like it depends on the person. Sometimes it's black and white, sometimes it's not. So I think that you just have to know your partner. But like, I heard something, like an audio of some women, and it was like, for sure, your man is cheating if it's a pattern, right? He's on the schedule, and the minute he breaks that schedule,
right,
know for a fact he's cheating. Like, so,
like, give me an example.
So if every day y'all talk throughout the day, maybe 2-3 times a day, and before he goes to bed at 12 a.m. he hits you up or he say something, right? Okay, so fast forward, y'all been dating for some months, maybe even a year, and one day he does not call you at 12 a.m. He calls you at 5 a.m. like, hey, babe, I fell asleep, my bad, but you know, I hope you have a nice day. The girl was basically saying like, no, for a fact he's cheating.
Right.
because he does this, but it broke. And he didn't just go to sleep he like, okay, I went to bed at 10 and I didn't get back up at 12 like I normally do. She's saying like, you didn't go to bed at 10.
Or because if he goes to bed at 12 and calls you hours later, then that's easier to believe. But let's say he calls you at 9, like, okay, I'm about to go to sleep. Mm-hmm. And he expects to not talk to the next day. And she was saying, like, you're not going to sleep that early because you never go to sleep that early.
Right.
So that for her was
breaking
like,
whatever y'all normally do.
Yeah.
So you normally call her at 12 and y'all talk. But now you said I'm at 9, you telling her I'm going to
hours
sleep.
earlier.
So I'm not going to hit you up at 12, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So, like...
Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, would I notice it and it be a thought? Yeah. Does that mean he's cheating? No.
Right. Okay, well, let's go a little bit more extreme. Like if he had like a pack of 7 condoms in his top drawer, and then you come over and y'all normally don't use condoms, or let's just say you just haven't been over there.
He shouldn't have no condoms in his top drawer.
But okay, so let's take that back then, because I feel like in that scenario she said he had them, but they don't use them. But that's why when he had them, she counted them. Okay, so let's just say,
got him if y'all...
girl. So
no, I think she was saying he got them, they used them, but she hadn't been over there. So whatever it left off as the last time, it should be the same number this time.
Okay, so we go with that too, and that's 7. And you come over there and he had 5. Mm-hmm. And he said, I gave them to my brother, or I gave them to my homeboy, my friend, which is either it's a brother you know, or it's a homeboy you know that he with all the time. Are you gonna believe that, or are you gonna be like, nah, you want something else? I'm gonna probably think you want something else. I don't really care.
Yeah, that one was a little bit more. But I mean, if the brother or homeboy lives there, right, then like it's more likely to believe. I can see that happening. Again, would it be a thought? Yes. But is it so black and white? No, because it's kind of like depending on the situation. You got to look at all of the red flags. Is he going to bed at 9 now and the condoms is missing and some more shit? Then yeah, then maybe something that's going on. But if it's just a condom situation and the guy lives there, I'm more likely to believe that than if you live by yourself. Then I don't understand how they would make it from your room to the car to him and his bitch somewhere else. Mm-hmm. That sounds a little far-fetched. But every example she gave, she was just making it so like, oh yeah, he's definitely doing something. Like, oh, he don't answer his phone when you know that he's not at work right now. Okay, maybe he's not at work, but maybe he was on the phone with his mama. I don't know. Maybe he didn't hear it. Maybe anything. So it's not so like...
And I'm not putting you on a schedule like that to where I feel like I know your every move, because realistically, I know it's impossible for me to know your every move.
Exactly.
So if one moves alter a little bit, then yeah. But like you said, if multiple at the same time, then
yeah.
You know what I mean? But
sometimes it could be the girl's guilty conscience too. Like you're seeing, like you're seeing everything a certain way because maybe either you're doing it right now or you've done it before.
Or like somebody like in your DM, like, what's up, beautiful? Mm-hmm. You're like, oh, I'm talking to somebody. He like, but he ain't treating you like I'll treat you. Now he got you thinking like, how he gonna treat me? Because I do feel like I'm being neglected. So.
Right. Right. Exactly. That's funny. Anyway.
For sure, my WTF is going first this show because yours is long. I know it is. So my WTF is right here. It is, at first I was confused, but just from the movements, I knew it was a WTF.
Yeah.
But after dissecting it, it was crazy because it was pretty much 2 women in a market, you guys see. And it's just crazy that you can birth a kid, the kid be born, you
raise
feed
it
the kid,
2 and 3 years
everything,
old.
take the kid to the market and pick up another kid that resembles your kid just by the clothing.
Yeah.
I don't know if the facial features, I don't even think they paid
Probably
attention.
not.
I feel like they just picked the kid up from the
moving
back.
Fast.
and just picked the kid up. For the other parent to acknowledge, they left it to the other, like hey, this is my baby. Yeah. And it's like, oh, where's mine? And it's like, oh, there she. It's
like, when were you gonna notice it?
You was about to leave your whole kid that you birthed, went through 9 months and epidurals and baby daddy, baby mama drama, all that type of stuff. You was about to leave that kid to the wayside and picked up a kid that you didn't have no connection to.
And then somebody else said the daddy is there too. He just is dumb.
He didn't know what was going on.
So both of y'all is just that busy.
Yeah, I said, oh,
you gotta slow down, y'all.
I ain't never seen no black person do nothing.
Right.
I don't know if that's like a universal error.
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna know this is not my baby. I'm not gonna just pick up somebody's baby. That's funny. Okay, I'm gonna make mine short and light too.
Bro, this shit up fast. Ain't nothing but a little bullshit. Nigga know how to roll. Nigga don't need no lip. That ain't work. Guess what? Got him. Oh, y'all need to see this shit, huh? Got him. Oh my daddy, that bitch close. Nigga don't know how to roll.
You always like playing something that's disturbing.
That's like, what I don't even want to look at the video. That's what be WTF to me. You gonna smoke up there?
Yeah, but it be so disturbing.
Are you gonna hit his blunt? Yes or no?
No. Like he hit the blunt. The blunt hit him. That's what it looked like.
Something hit him. Swollen. What is going on? I've seen swollen lips, but not that swollen. What is that? A reaction to something?
He probably went to the dentist and
he ate the wrong coochie.
No, stop it. It would be like red or something. He went to the dentist and they numbed his mouth, and like if you bite on your lip too much, your mouth,
it'll get that big.
No, it will really get swollen.
It happened to you before?
No, it happened to my family member.
Oh.
I don't want to put them out there. They
might
never like me like no more. But they was a baby. They was like a kid. Got numb and kept biting at their lip because they couldn't feel that they was biting at their lip, and their lip got
the nerve to still be trying to smoke though. Like
sit down and go to bed.
Right. Rest and let it go down
and go deflate
and smoke tomorrow.
That shit ain't going down.
Go hide somewhere. And he recording himself. He wanted to be seen.
His lip looked like a like a tube, like an inner tube, like if you had a water park.
Like Nutty Professor. I love that movie.
It was horrible, like Respucia. It was horrible.
Oh my God. But yeah, that was our WTF. Thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.
We hope you join us next week.
Yes.
We air every Thursday. Please stay tuned. Put them notifications on so you see when a new episode. If you haven't seen the last few shows, go ahead and catch up.
They there. They over there on the page.
This one won't be out till Thursday, so you got some days.
Thank y'all. Bye.